financial evolution of the Iraqi dinar and Vietnamese dong. A deep dive into emerging potential. The financial world is buzzing with anticipation surrounding the Iraqi dinar, IQD, and the Vietnamese dong, VND, two currencies that have drawn increasing attention due to their potential to experience significant appreciation in value. Recent reports suggest that both countries are undergoing pivotal economic reforms, forging new international alliances, and pursuing growth-oriented strategies that could change their economic trajectories. In this article, we'll explore the historical context, current developments, and future outlook for these currencies in detail. A brief history of the Iraqi dinar. To understand the significance of recent developments, it's essential to examine the history of the Iraqi dinar. The IQD was once one of the world's strongest currencies. In the late 1980s, during a period of economic stability and strong oil revenues, one Iraqi dinar was valued at approximately $3.30 USD. Iraq's oil-rich economy and its pivotal role in the global energy market provided a solid foundation for the currency. However, political instability, economic sanctions, and years of conflict following the Gulf War in the 1990s took a devastating toll on Iraq's economy. The fall of Saddam Hussein's regime in 2003 and subsequent events, including inflation and a reliance on foreign currencies like the US dollar, further devalued the IQD. For nearly 2 decades, the currency has remained undervalued compared to its historical heights, creating significant interest among investors and economists who believe in its potential for a comeback. Current developments in Iraq. In recent years, Iraq has embarked on an ambitious plan to stabilize its economy and restore the value of the dinar. Under the leadership of Prime Minister Mohammed Shia al-Sudani, the government has implemented economic reforms aimed at reducing corruption, modernizing infrastructure, and stabilizing the country's financial system. One of the most striking statements from al-Sudani was his assertion that the Iraqi dinar would one day become stronger than the US dollar. While this bold claim did not include a specific timeline, it underscores the government's commitment to achieving economic revitalization. Strengthening international relations, a critical component of Iraq's economic recovery, involves building stronger relationships with international partners. Recently, the governor of the Central Bank of Iraq, Ali Mohsen al-Alaq, held discussions with the U.S. Chamber of Commerce and the American Iraqi Business Council. These talks, which focused on increasing foreign investment and strengthening banking relations, mark a significant step toward integrating Iraq's economy with the global financial system. Plans for a major visit to Washington, D.C. in April 2025 further highlight Iraq's determination to attract international investors and improve its economic standing. Increased foreign direct investment in key sectors such as energy, infrastructure, and technology could provide the boost needed to stabilize the dinar and strengthen the nation's economy. Challenges facing the Iraqi dinar. While the outlook for the IQD is promising, several challenges remain. For example, certain regions of Iraq, such as Nineveh province, are still grappling with financial restrictions. Since 2017, a ban on foreign currency transfers has hindered economic growth in the province, resulting in estimated losses of $20 million per month. The ban has disrupted employment, stalled development projects, and discouraged investment. Addressing such localized issues will be crucial for Iraq's overall economic progress. Moreover, Iraq's dependence on oil exports exposes its economy to fluctuations in global oil prices. Diversifying the economy to include non-oil sectors will be essential to achieving long-term stability. Vietnamese dong, a currency on the rise. Similar to the Iraqi dinar, the Vietnamese dong has gained attention in recent years due to Vietnam's rapid economic growth and expanding global trade relationships. Historically undervalued, the VND is now being viewed as a currency with substantial growth potential. Vietnam has undergone a remarkable transformation in the last 3 decades. Once a war-torn nation struggling with poverty, the country has emerged as one of Asia's fastest-growing economies. Fueled by manufacturing, exports, and foreign investment, Vietnam's GDP growth has averaged over 6% annually in recent years, even amid global economic challenges. Vietnam's economic growth. Vietnam's strategic location, young and dynamic workforce, and commitment to economic reforms have made it an attractive destination for international investors. The country is a major exporter of electronics, textiles, and agricultural products, with trade partnerships spanning the United States, China, and the European Union. In addition, Vietnam has actively pursued free trade agreements, FTAs, such as the Comprehensive and Progressive Agreement for Trans-Pacific Partnership, CPTPP, and the EU-Vietnam Free Trade Agreement, EVFTA. These agreements have boosted exports and enhanced Vietnam's integration into the global economy. The potential for the VND. As Vietnam's economy grows, so does the potential for its currency to appreciate in value. Increased foreign direct investment, FDI, and a strong trade surplus have bolstered confidence in the VND. Unlike Iraq, Vietnam has successfully diversified its economy, reducing its reliance on a single sector and creating a more resilient financial system. The State Bank of Vietnam has also taken steps to modernize the country's banking system and improve monetary policies. While the VND remains undervalued compared to major currencies like the US dollar, its steady performance and the government's proactive measures suggest a bright future. What do recent developments mean for investors? Both the Iraqi Dinar and the Vietnamese Dong have garnered interest from currency investors seeking to capitalize on potential gains. While currency speculation carries inherent risks, the ongoing reforms in Iraq and Vietnam present opportunities for those willing to take a long-term view. Iraqi Dinar. High risk, high reward. For those considering investments in the IQD, it's important to recognize that the currency remains highly volatile. Iraq's journey toward economic recovery is still in its early stages, and geopolitical risks, corruption, and infrastructure challenges could hinder progress. However, if Iraq successfully implements its reforms and attracts significant foreign investment, the IQD could experience a substantial revaluation. Vietnamese Dong, a stable growth story. The VND, on the other hand, offers a more stable investment opportunity. Vietnam's strong economic fundamentals and consistent growth make it an appealing choice for investors seeking exposure to emerging markets. While the appreciation of the Vietnamese Dong may be gradual, its upward trajectory aligns with the country's long-term development goals. Conclusion. A promising outlook for both currencies. The Iraqi Dinar and the Vietnamese Dong are at the center of exciting developments that could shape their futures in the global financial landscape. Iraq's commitment to economic reform, combined with its efforts to strengthen international partnerships, positions the dinar for potential growth. Similarly, Vietnam's robust economic performance and integration into the global market provide a solid foundation for the dong. While challenges remain for both countries, the steps being taken to modernize their economies and stabilize their currencies are encouraging. For investors, the IQD and VND represent unique opportunities to participate in the growth stories of two emerging markets. However, as with any investment, careful research and consideration of risks are essential. As Iraq and Vietnam continue their journeys toward economic prosperity, the world will be watching closely to see how these currencies evolve. Whether it's the dinar reclaiming its former glory or the dong gaining strength in a competitive global economy, the potential for transformative change is undeniable.